Little small details like that can make a difference, and that's why I really wanted to mention this specific tip in this video. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, the best place for new coaches, content creators, and entrepreneurs. Now in today's video, I am feeling really nostalgic because I'm basically doing a very similar video that I did last year, which is all about how to start a successful YouTube channel in 2019 and how to grow to 1,000 subscribers fast. Now in today's video, basically that's what the video is about, but I am making it a little bit more relevant to 2020. And I'm also going to be incorporating some things that I've learned along the way, because obviously since that video, I've grown a lot as a content creator, and I've also, I don't know, just had a lot of ability to trial and error this entire year. So that's why in today's video, I am going to be sharing some different things and maybe some contradicting things that I mentioned last year. Now, before we begin though, there are some special shout outs that need to happen. Before we dive into this week's awesome video, we want to shout out the comment and YouTube channel of the week. Thank you so much for leaving these kind messages onto last week's video. Not only this, we also want to shout out the Instagram story and profile of the week as well. Thank you again for shouting out our videos. Now, if you're watching this and you're wondering, how can I get featured in the next video? It's very simple. Number one, you could either leave a comment below on this video, or you can take a picture of this video and share it with your audience on Instagram. Just don't forget to tag me. Now with that out of the way, let's just dive right into this week's video. All right, so I'm gonna kick off this video with the whole niche situation. Now last year when I posted this video, I talked about the importance of having a niche. The second piece of advice that I have is to actually pinpoint and nail down your niche. Now this year going into 2020, I have a different opinion on that. I know that I always talk about the importance of having a niche, having a niche, having a niche, and that's really important. And let me tell you why. It's important because when your followers or your subscribers, your potential subscribers are going onto your channel, they need to know, what is this channel all about? Why should I subscribe? If Patricia is going on your page and you're posting random stuff, she's gonna be confused as to what to expect from you. Not only this, from an ad revenue standpoint, there are certain niches here on YouTube that make more money than others. And also, if you have a very consistent niche and it's very clear about what your niche is, it's gonna be a lot more easier for advertisers to really understand how to pay you, what category you belong to, and the type of ads that they wanna put in your videos. That is important stuff. However, my advice, if you are thinking of starting a channel in 2020, is that instead of thinking about the niche that you wanna belong in, really think about who you're trying to target with your channel. And when I reverse engineer my success here on YouTube, I mean, I grew from 0 to 100,000 subscribers in 1 year alone, which is insane. But if I really reverse engineer my success, I realized that in the beginning when I started, I didn't have a niche either. And it's kind of crappy to put that expectation on yourself that from the get-go, you need to pick a niche. And it's gonna be really hard for you to do that because you don't really know what you have to offer yet. You don't know what people want from you, and you don't even know what you want yourself. That's why when you instead think about your target audience, it's gonna actually make the content creation process a lot easier, and eventually your niche will find you. So let me give you an example here. When I started my channel was really dedicated to millennials, and it was dedicated to college educated millennials who just graduated and are now realizing, crap, I hate my corporate job. Now, when I think about this profile of a person, he or she has a lot of different interests. Maybe they're interested in getting their finances in order because school never taught them how to, get their life together in terms of budgeting. Maybe they're interested in social media. Maybe they're interested in learning how to quit their job. And so on my channel, I did all these topics that would cater to that specific person that I had in mind. And then eventually I realized, okay, so it seems like the social media videos are really taking off. And so I niched down and I established my niche that way. But I do want to let you know that if you're just starting out here on YouTube, don't put the pressure on yourself to really think about that niche yet. Instead, think about the person or the people that you really want to target with your channel. Think about their interests, think about the things that they're looking for online, and then do your videos that way. And then eventually you're going to be able to see which videos are doing better than others, and then you're going to be able to find your niche that way. Now, moving on to my next tip for those of you who are interested in starting a successful YouTube channel in 2020, 2020 is to create searchable content. Now, this tip hasn't changed from last year. I still stand by it. And basically what it means is that when you're starting out vlogging or doing things that people aren't necessarily searching for isn't really going to perform well on your channel. Even to this day, I'm just slowly considering vlogging after a whole year of doing searchable content here on the platform. And the reason why is because, like I said, no one is searching for your day in the life. No one is searching for what you're doing on the weekends or the weekdays. Maybe your friends care, but the internet does not care about that. That's why it's really important that you're really thinking about what are people actually searching for on the internet? What are they searching on Google? What are they searching on YouTube? And then create your videos that way. Now, I have a resource for you right here if you're just starting out and you really want to learn how to come up with content ideas, and this video will actually help you a lot. But basically, a rookie mistake that I see a lot of people doing is that they're not really thinking about what is being searched on the internet, and instead they create content that is very me focused instead of other people focused. Now, on the topic of searchable content, my next tip for you, and this is gonna be probably the juiciest tip for any new YouTuber who's getting started, is to care about SEO. Now, what is SEO? It's search engine optimization. You basically wanna make sure that your videos, if someone is searching for them, that it's gonna show up. And that's why SEO and optimizing your videos to be SEO friendly is gonna be super important. Let me break down what I mean by this. Now, when we're thinking about SEO, specifically, what we're talking about is the keywords that you're using in your titles, in your tags, and in your description. But not only this, what you're saying in your video also matters as well, because YouTube automatically will be transcribing your videos, or even if YouTube's not transcribing your videos, you could be using a platform like Rev. And by the way, I have a $10 coupon code if you would like to use Rev instead. But basically, when you're adding captions to your videos, that also contributes to you ranking well in the algorithm through search and through better SEO. And so if you are very intentional with the title, the tags, the description, and the things that you're saying in your video, it can help you become a little bit more searchable. For example, let's just use this video as an example. Now, for me in this video, my main keywords are obviously going to be starting a YouTube channel, how to start a YouTube channel, starting a YouTube channel in 2020, how to start a YouTube channel in 2020, all of that. And I'll make sure that my title will include those words. So the title of this video is how to start a successful YouTube channel in 2020. Not only this, I make sure that these keywords that I've chosen are also going to be in my description and in my actual tags. But beyond this, I'm also making sure that I'm kind of saying these words in my video to ensure that when YouTube is automatically transcribing the video, or when I'm manually transcribing the video myself, which by the way, pro tip, I like to personally use Rev to transcribe my videos because oftentimes YouTube makes a lot of mistakes with their transcriptions, and I want to make sure that the algorithm can truly read everything that I'm saying in my video so that I can rank higher. So that's why I use Rev, by the way, so just wanted to mention that. But basically, I make sure that I'm also saying these selected keywords into my video as well, so that all in all, everything in my video is truly optimized. And I think that it's important that I mention this because I feel like a lot of YouTubers, they tell new YouTubers to create searchable content, which is basically what I said earlier on in this video, but they're not necessarily setting them up with the tools or the knowledge on how to create searchable content beyond just what the video is about. Little small details like that can make a difference, and that's why I really wanted to mention this specific tip in this video. Now, moving on to my next tip on how to start a successful YouTube channel in 2020 is this, and that is your thumbnail matters. Now, this is important because I know some YouTubers will say, oh, it doesn't matter, blah, 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 but it does. And the reason why is because if you've followed my tips from now until this point, if your thumbnails aren't good and they're not attractive enough for people to even want to click on your videos, then all the tips that I gave you just kind of go down the toilet, right? It doesn't matter if you have searchable content or that you've eventually established your niche or all of that, if that person isn't even feeling compelled to click on your channel or click on your video. That's why I'm gonna share with you a couple of small things that you can do to make your thumbnails stand out, or just general rule of thumb to keep in mind of when you are creating your thumbnails. The first is you wanna make sure that even if someone is standing 6 feet away from the computer, that they can still read your thumbnail. Now, what I mean by this is I see a lot of new YouTubers use really small text for their thumbnails, or they're using really fancy text that is very, very hard to read. That's why you want to keep it simple. You want to find a font or something that's very big, very bold, and very legible. Not only this is something that's very important to keep in mind of, because now more and more people watch YouTube videos on their mobile phone. So if it's already small on desktop, imagine how small it's going to be when people go on their phones, right? So you really want to make sure that if you're adding text into your thumbnail, that it's legible. Not only this, if you are adding text to your thumbnail, and by the way, you don't have to add text to your thumbnail in order to be successful here on YouTube, but you want to make sure that you're keeping it short and sweet, okay? Don't put a whole storybook on your thumbnail. Really make it 3 to 4 or even 5 words is already a lot into your thumbnail. On top of this, when you're thinking about your thumbnails, also make sure that you are being consistent with your branding. Now, keep in mind that eventually as months go on or weeks go on, you can totally change up your brand if you want to here on YouTube. It takes literally 2 seconds to swap thumbnails. However, it's very important that you stay consistent with your branding, because a lot of times you are competing with a lot of people in the recommended section when people are watching your videos, and you want to create binge-worthy content. That means that people need to be able to recognize which videos are yours. That's why if you look here on my channel, I'm pretty consistent with the branding, so that if my viewers are interested in seeing more videos from me, it's a lot easier to find on the slew of videos that are already available here on the platform. As an addition to this, speaking of thumbnails, this is my rule of thumb, is I always make sure that all of my text or everything like that is on the left side. The reason why I say this is because on the right side, generally there are a lot of icons or timestamps that YouTube is using, and that has a very high chance of covering some of the text. So that's why I always make sure that my fonts and my text and everything that's important is on the left side. Now, at this point, I pretty much put a video within a video, and I shared with you a lot of steps on how to do thumbnails and all of that. But beyond everything else, I also have a whole playlist to set you up for success on YouTube. I have how to script your videos, how to batch create your videos, and even more tips when it comes down to SEO and everything like that, how to go viral, all these different things about YouTube. This is just a starting point. Everything that I said here is a starting point. So if you are interested in starting a channel next year, make sure that you watch my videos that are in this playlist. It's gonna help you a lot. But more importantly, one of the biggest things that I wanna tell new creators is that you just gotta start. And this is coming from someone who spent years thinking about doing a YouTube channel, buying all the equipment and doing all these things, but never fully committing to it until it got to a point where I was pretty much going through a quarter life crisis and decided to do the damn thing finally. And now, you know, fast forward a year later, I have built an entire business thanks to YouTube, and I have grown my channel by a lot, and I have met incredible people through the platform. That's why my biggest advice to you, if you're watching this and you're on the fence of starting a channel, is to just start. Anyways, if you got to the end of this video, thank you so much. I post a lot more content surrounding YouTube, like I said, so make sure you check out these 2 videos that I have right here as well. As always, guys, I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a great day, a great week, and a great life, and also good luck on your channels in 2020. Bye, guys!